Today I'm going to be talking about general tips for Sea of Thieves, spanning from how the ships work all the way over to just some simple game settings. I decided to make this video around this time due to the new PS5 launch and all the new players coming into the game. Thank you to all of my Patreons, as you can see they are on screen now, and please go ahead and consider joining my Discord, the link is in the description. First of all, one of your first encounters in the game may be a Megalodon. Your first reaction may be to just attack it straight away, but if you have treasure on your ship or you just want to avoid the fight altogether, your best idea would be to just leave it alone and do not attack it. This will make it so that the Meg is less likely to attack you, keeping you and your crew safe. However, if you do want to get the commendations or the treasure, it is best to just kill the Megalodon. Next up, a very simple tip, but one that I very highly recommend that you should do as soon as you load up the game, is to turn your FOV from the default, I believe, 60 all the way up to the maximum, which is 90. This will help your field of view, obviously, you'll be able to see more, you'll be able to see players to your side, and it will also make you less motion sick. Number 3, we have the fact that there is a Reaper Emissary vote table at every single outpost. Every single outpost there will be a table that looks exactly like this. And on the right here, you'll be able to vote up for Reapers. You do not have to sail all the way over to Reaper's hideout to vote out Reapers. You could do it every outpost, every time you spawn in. More on emissaries, you can actually lower your emissary flag for a bonus of rep and gold. Although it is only a measly 5,000 gold, but the rep bonus you get is a lot more. I've heard that many people would just sink with a level 5 emissary on their ship. Next up we have the different speeds of ships. Most people think that the Galleon, due to its 3 sails, will be the fastest when it has 4 billow, but that is not actually true. The Brigantine, when it has side wind, wind going into the side of the sails, yes, is actually a lot faster than a Galleon at 4 billow, meaning that you can catch up with any ship if you are able to catch this type of wind. Sloop is, however, fastest against wind. Galleon is still the fastest with full wind, but overall, as I said, it is not the fastest ship, the Brig is. And then the Galleon is the slowest against wind. And talking about ship sizes, I really mean this, do not play on ship types that are not recommended for your crew size. If you're playing by yourself or with one friend, play a sloop. If you're playing with 2 other friends, play on a Brigantine. If you're playing with 3 other friends, so there's 4 of you in total, play on a Galleon. This is because, the Galleon, you have multiple things to manage. You have 2 decks. Brig, there's 2 sails, you want to have the optimal amount of crew members for it. Try to hold back the urge to play on a bigger ship. Only do it when you have a bigger crew. Next up, quite underrated tip, in my opinion, is to raise the sails instead of dropping the anchor when you turn up to an island. This is because if you see a ship coming towards you, then all you will have to do is drop your sails and not raise the anchor, saving you a lot of time and possibly even saving whatever treasure you have on your ship. It's much quicker to get away just by dropping the sails rather than having to raise the anchor then drop the sails. This goes for all ship types. Next up, with the harpoon on the front of your ship, you can actually harpoon loot and players, meaning a faster transport of items. You can also use it in Season 12, you will be able to use it as a tightrope to board other ships or go across islands. You can also use it to pull your ship in. If you shoot the harpoon and it sticks, hold right click, it will pull the ship in. Next up, if you've bought any pets from the Pirate Emporium, I highly recommend that you remove these pets if you're going into a fight with another player. This is because it will reveal where you are, and if they're quite vigilant, they will realise that there must be someone hiding on the ship. Next up, you can actually get supplies from barrels around at the outpost, and this can range from the new types of cannonballs that we're getting in the game to curse cannonballs to chain shots to everything supplies wise. It is great to get this going as you will need as many supplies as you can before setting sail. Moving on to ship cosmetics, we have the different cannon types and sizes of the actual cannon when you aim. As you can see, for example, the Bone Crusher cannon covers up a lot of your screen, or even the coral cannons, whereas the default cannons will not cover up your screen as much. Yes, the default cannons will look a bit boring, but you can get the Sea Dog variants which have a bit more colour to them. But for pure PvP and visibility, I highly recommend having default cannons or just some cannons that do not obstruct your view as much as these. Instead, on the topic of cannons, cannon flares. Different types of cannon flares can either be positively or negatively affecting you. For example, the Golden Sailor cannons are blinding. In contrast, you have the Cutthroat cannon flares. I've actually made a YouTube video on this comparing default, Cutthroat and Blossom cannon flares over on my YouTube channel. You should definitely go check that out, link in the description. Still on ship cosmetics, we have the Reaper's Mark flag. This flag, when I began, I remember I used to run this flag. It looks cool. It's definitely the best looking flag you'll get when you first begin the game, but it marks you on the map for everyone to see you. So unless you are deliberately putting this up as you want to be marked on the map, do not put this up. And now onto the waves in the sea. You will notice if you head in the direction northwest, the waves will always be coming towards you, and as you hit the waves, your ship will be knocked from side to side, actually steering you off course. So whenever you're heading northwest, try to keep someone on the wheel so that you can stay heading in the right direction. Moving on, I'll talk about never park in places where you cannot actually escape from easily. For example, in Sailor's Knot Stronghold, there is this area of water inside of the actual fort. Do not park in here, as if someone comes up behind you, there is literally nothing you can do. You cannot escape quick enough, so just park outside next to the island. I want to talk about double gunning. With Season 12, the meta will possibly change. It's impossible to tell yet, as I'm recording this on the 28th. Double gun, especially Blunder Sniper, can be a big game changer for you, as you are able to snipe people from your ship, and you can also deal with boarders. As they come up the ladder, you can just shoot them as soon as they come up with the blunderbuss to one-shot kill them. Having both of these weapons at the same time can be great utility, especially for a sloop helmsman. Just a little tip this time, whenever you sail past an island, always look for a cannon rowboat. These will always have guaranteed cursed cannonballs and chain shots inside of them. So it's always worth to shoot out and go and have a look at them. And then one more setting, if you want your game to look a lot more vibrant, I recommend going down to accessibility, scrolling down to where you find colorblind settings, change it to the red and green filter and turn it up to how much you like. This will just increase the vibrancy and the saturation of your game, making colors stand out more. I've sadly reached the end of the video now, but I hope it helped you, and I can't wait to see all of you new PS5 players out there. Like I said, please like the video and go ahead and join my Discord. It's at the link in the description. Thank you!
Sea of Thieves, we sailing with the team. We're headed up north as far as the eye can see. We're carefree.